Okay, still at Volos Port. This is the dinghy park. I've just been to get some fuel. There's my 2 fuel cans. I trust diesel from the fuel stations on the road. It's a lot cleaner than marina diesel, as I found out when I changed my filters last year. But anyway, here we are at the dinghy dock, and there's my dinghy there. But all these other dinghies, these ribs, this is where all the tours start from, and you see them in the water. It's that shallow here. They walk them to the park, and they park them all in a line there, and then in the morning come back, pick them up, and pick all the passengers up from here. It's quite a good little system here. And also the police have a jet ski there. You can see it in the turquoise and blue, and they usually hang out in that cafe. So it's quite safe. But I still I don't leave my bike here. I fold it up, put it in the dinghy, and take it on the boat. So I'll just head on back to the boat now, and that'll do it for today. Here's a boat coming in now, you see, with passengers, and there's another one just been out on a trip as well, full of passengers as well, tourists. So I better get settled before they start crowding this dinghy dock. This isn't bad. A apricot, apple and jam pie with a coffee, just on the promenade of Durres. I think you're having a little bit of difficulty here. You're getting a bit close with this sail up. You've got his head sail wrapped around the forestay. There's a dinghy crew helping him on the other side of there, so I don't know what the plan is here. Dear me. See, now you can see the dinghy crew behind. Sort of advising him what to do. Fella ain't got a clue. That could work. That could work. No, that's not working. Oh, hang on, he's off. He's still got his head sail jammed. There's a few yachts out tonight. I wonder, is there a bit of a race going on? But some of them don't even bother with head sails, so I'm a bit perplexed. Oh, now he's gone on deck. Try and free it off. This should be fun. He's on his own. That's a big boat. So a lot of sails for one fella on his own is that. Oh, I think he's done it. That's it, might be a winching. Ah, there is a race going on. All this lot behind him all got the spinnakers up now. So yeah, the race is on. Here's the plan. Here's Durres, where I've just left, all the way up to Durres. And it's about 55 miles, so it's going to take me best part of 12 hours to get up there, and it's all going to be on the engine as well. Might be a bit of a westerly coming in from about 5 knots that could help me on my way, but not looking much hopeful for that. Anyway, we'll see. Just showing you on Google Maps, there's the capital Tirana, and there's Durres. So it's not too far, Tirana, from Durres. And maybe if the wind is too strong and I can't move out of port, then I might spend a day up there. Have to hire a car. Maybe, no, it's probably a bus. Anyway, we'll see. Of course, look how close I am to the heel of Italy. There. Budva, which is Montenegro. Split and Dubrovnik. So I'm not that far away from all that. Passing another petrochemical plant. God, doesn't half stink. There in the distance is the European Star passenger ferry from Brindis in Italy, going to Vlore. This is quite a regular service, I think. I'm coming up behind me here is Shantaram, which is Sten and Rita, who I've been knocking about with, so they're following me to Durres. Now behind them hills there is a lagoon. It's only about a knee deep, so not really suitable for sailing into. But that's the entrance into it. There is a bit of a station, probably a police station or a coast guard station, and there's a monastery in the middle of that lagoon. Of course, on these long passages, it's when you're on the engine, it's sort of prudent to make good use of the engine charging capabilities with the alternator. Well, the batteries are fully charged, so I might as well perform a few tasks. Well, the first one, of course, is the water maker. So the water maker's on the go at the moment. Just see the gauge there. So it's running on maximum. Just about 34 litres per hour. I've got the Starlink broadband plugged in, but at the moment it's not connected. It says optimising connection, which means the dish up there is still looking for satellites. So I don't know why it's so slow today. But of course I've got everything running off the inverter. There's the inverter there. That's working hard away. And I've also got my outboard engine recharging. Of course it's an electric outboard, an e-propulsion. Well, that's been running the outboard for 2 days now. So it's going to probably take the best part of the day to charge that up. So yeah, that's the DC to DC converter, and that is yeah, it's running quite hot, and I've got the cooling fans running on it as well. So far so good. Passing Suzan Island, which is the largest island in Albania. It goes way back to the Roman times, obviously, because most islands are not new. But its main history really started in 1914, and the Greeks invaded it at first, and then the Albanians took it back as part of the Balkans War. But ever since then it's been a naval base, and in the Cold War era the Soviets used it as a submarine base, and it still is a naval base, and it's still used to stop contraband between Italy and Albania. You are allowed to visit it, but only during the day, and there's no anchoring allowed, so I don't know how that... You've got to sail into the port around the back, and you can moor up at the pontoon there and have a walk round, but then you've got to, by 6 o'clock at night, you've got to clear off. So it's not the easiest places to visit. Okay, so I've got another 12 miles to go yet, and it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm just trying to now figure out what it's like to get into the actual anchorage. I was going to go in the marina, but forget that. This is an anchorage here, so this is going to be the plan. But we have a channel. I don't understand quite why we've got the channel. So I'm sure when I get closer there must be a reason for it. But like every good mariner, do as I'm told. That's the sea lane, so I'll follow it. But when I get to here, I'm going to peel off to the right, drop the hook there, and then just take it from there. But as you can see further down, this is where I am at the moment. It's a real hot day today. It's sweltering. I'm staying down below now. It's too hot in the cockpit because the sun's getting lower. The sun canopy is the sun's coming through the side there, and it's pretty fierce. So yeah, I'll stay down here for a bit. I mean, look how calm it is out there. Normally the wind will be right on the nose this time of the afternoon, which is why I've picked these couple of days to travel. Okay, I know I'm on the engine, but very rare do you get southerlies, and I'm on the clock a bit really because I'm flying home in a couple of weeks, so I really want to get my roots down in Montenegro, find the anchorage and make sure the boat's secure before I fly back. Remember what happened last time I flew home. So there's the coast over there in the distance, and some would say, oh, why do you stop and anchor? Yeah, I could, but there's no guarantee the wind's not going to whip up all of a sudden and you'd have a very, very uncomfortable night. I mean, it's 22 metres deep, and it's probably down to about 8 metres there, so yeah, you could anchor up, but it's very risky. And I can see Durres now, those white buildings in the distance. That's Durres, which is where I'm heading for. So it's going to be sometime in the evening when I get there, and England are playing Switzerland in an hour, so I'm going to have to watch the football as I'm travelling along, which is fine. Okay, I've had enough for today. It's 5:15. England match starts in 3/4 of an hour, and it's if I try and carry on to Durres, I'm not going to get there till 8 o'clock at night, and there's a channel that I've got to watch for and keep in, so I'm not going to be able to keep my eye on that and watch the match at the same time. I've checked the weather app, and there's no winds due tonight, so it's going to stay nice and calm out here, so there's going to be no rolling. This bay is good holding with sand. Yes, there's a West Cardinal there, but I'm okay on my draft, I can bypass it. So yeah, should be okay, and then set off early in the morning to get to Durres. Still hot. Okay, we're just waiting for the penalty start in England v Switzerland. Just looking at the Mediterranean tonight, the Adriatic. It's like a lake out there. Made the right choice. I mean, I'm only in 7 metres of water. Look how far I am from the shore. That's incredible. Good morning, it's 6:30. I'm 9 miles from Durres, which is in that direction there. You can barely see it. And there's some land here. Well, not sure where it is. It doesn't give any description. The nearest neighbour, I suppose, is that fishing boat over there. There's a bit of an east wind blowing, which is good. Won't last long. There's no wind booked for today. Anchored in about 5 metres of water. It's very shallow in this area. There's a lot of cargo traffic, tankers around Durres waiting to get in, so it's going to be a bit of a commercial port this, so I'm not expecting anything stunning when I get there. I watched the England game last night, in Switzerland, had a few beers, so I'm feeling a bit worse for wear. Let's get underway. Okay, just coming into Durres now, entering the channel. I don't really need to be in the channel because either side of it is fairly deep enough for me. So there's the starboard marker green and the red marker port, which is fine. I'll keep to the right as you do in any road. I've just got to be a bit mindful because behind me, flipping 2 passenger ferries coming up behind rather fast. So I'll have to keep to the right and just hope they overtake me on the left. See how that goes.